Hello Team S&G and welcome to this week's update. Here we are the first week in December and boy, can you believe how fast time is going by. I have just a few points I wanted to make for this first week in December before we recognize the top riders from last month. First off, as you know, the new sale is out for December. Okay, the Christmas sale with savings up to 30%. So some great deals out there. Also along with this Christmas sale, in the ad we're talking about if a consumer makes up their mind, gives us a deposit, and the material is available, meaning in stock, we can install it before Christmas. Now, as always, there are going to be restrictions to this, okay? So it's not everything that we sell they can install. Obviously, stock has to be available. You have to count on the trucks running a little bit slower. Okay, this time of the year, weather's bad. I've mentioned this before. Shipping companies are carrying toys and alcohol and seized candy and stuff. So shipping and trucking from the East Coast to the West Coast, carpeting and floor covering kind of takes a back seat. Okay, so getting deliveries, you're going to have to give yourself an extra few days to make sure you can get the material in time. Okay. One thing that can really mess us up with this promotion is if you're putting holds on installation spots. Okay? Now the general rule is we do not schedule anything until we have the material in the store. Okay? That is still the rule, probably more important this time of the year than any other time of the year. Okay? And as always, we need a 50% deposit before we write an order. Okay, those are policies that are there for reasons to protect us, protect you, and to protect the consumer, to make sure that they're on board with what we're doing and what they're purchasing. Okay, so please follow the rules. Don't schedule material before it's in the store. Make sure you have 50% deposit before you place any orders or write up orders. Okay, and double check the inventory to make sure there's plenty of it available before you promise an installation date. If we follow those three rules, we'll have a lot of happy customers and no unhappy customers. A great thing for everybody. What else we got going? Traditionally, this time of the year, business starts to slow down a little bit. Okay, December, January, half of February are kind of the slower times of the year when it comes to floor covering. And the basic rule of thought is once people put up their Christmas trees, they really don't want home improvement going on inside their home. So you're going to find yourself, if you're on the sales floor, in the warehouse, with a little bit more free time than you normally do. Matter of fact, you're going to have a lot more free time. But it's a great time to hone your skills. Improve your performance. Get better at your job. Take the free time to do that. There are a few things that you can do specifically to make you a better salesperson. The first one is you should all be very familiar with the manufacturer's websites. If you go to the Armstrong website, the Shaw website, Mohawk, Mannington, whoever it is, there's a ton of product knowledge on there. And candidly, that's where your consumers are going to find out about product. So you should be equally as well versed as what the consumer is about what's on the manufacturer's websites. So take a few minutes, go there, research it, read up about it, see what your consumer's looking at so you know what they're seeing before they come in the store. Excuse me. Another great place to grab information from is YouTube videos. There are literally thousands, if not tens of thousands, maybe millions of videos on how to install wood, how to install laminate, how to install carpet, how's wood made, how's carpeting made. You type in stuff like that into YouTube and you'll be able to watch anywhere from a 3 to 10, 15 minute video on how things are done. A great learning process, especially if you're new to the industry. You've never seen them install carpet? Pull it up on YouTube. They'll show guys installing rooms of carpet or houses or how carpet's being made at the manufacturing plant. All things like that. Great place for you to get a little bit more comfortable and some good product knowledge to make you a better salesperson. After you've checked out those online features, this is the S&G Playbook. Now I know recently in the last couple months we've hired a lot of new salespeople, gearing up for 2014. This book is the S&G Playbook of Sales. Okay, it's called Romancing Your Customer by Mr. Sam Allman. Sam Allman has been in the industry for some 50 years, 45 years, and he is considered one of the premier authors as well as salespersons, gurus, if you will, of floor covering. It's a fantastic book of sales that specifically is geared towards floor covering. Okay, it's one of the few books I've ever read that is 100% talks about floor covering and the floor covering business. It talks about the different steps of a sale, from the greeting to the closing to qualifying to the presentation to follow-up. Okay, so they're all really important things. It's basically what your store managers train from. The book has been out for a bunch of years. We've used it, and it's kind of like this time of the year, we really focus on our training because we have that extra free time, as I mentioned earlier. So get a copy from your manager, read it, ask your manager at a time if you can go off the floor and read a chapter at a time. Love for you to do that. Okay? Just want you to use your time wisely. Since there's going to be more time, great. It's a great time to stand around and kibitz or chat a little bit. But don't waste all that free time. Get better at your craft. It's going to make you more money in the long run. One of the last things I wanted to mention is the SOS promotion that we ran a couple months ago. SOS stands for Save Our Samples. Okay? Please remind everyone, customers, remind yourself, think about it, that we allow customers to check out 3 samples at a time and keep them for 2 days. As I've mentioned this, if I've mentioned it once, I've mentioned it 10 different times already. Samples are difficult to come by. I go through the different stores and I see the racks depleted, they're wiped out. People are keeping your samples. When someone keeps it, you can't sell the next customer. It's kind of like shooting ourselves in the foot. So we got to get our samples back. You got to tell the customers how important they are to us and that we expect to get them back within 2 days, and you can only take 3 at a time. Remember, most stores don't even let people take samples home. And if they do, they got to slap down a big old deposit. So we're not like that. We trust our customers. We love them. But it's up to you to remind them. And after they've taken them home, you should be calling them the next day to see how they worked and remind them that we need them back the next day. So good practices to start and keep doing. It's a kind of a reminder for you. Okay, hey, the last thing, here we are, got to talk about November results, which actually we started off kind of so-so. You guys kicked it into gear the last few days, and we salvaged the month of November. We were up just a little tiny bit over November 2012, but still, it was an increase, and we'll take it. So, who are the top riders? The first person, we're going to go Almaden. We had Miss Gabriella with sales over $89,000. In Elk Grove, it was Dino led the way. His sales were over $89,000. Bill Spergassi in Pleasanton, over $72,000. Patrick over in Rockland, Patrick had sales over $94,000, so he just missed that $100,000 mark by a little bit. John in Santa Clara, Johnny led the way with $95,000. Again, real close to that 100 mark, so 2 good months there. And then in Rancho, the only person to break the 100,000 mark for the month of November was Trevor. And I think this was Trevor's second time of going over 100,000 this year. So congrats to Trevor, and congratulations to the top riders for the month of November. And before I say goodbye, I've got to recognize we had a few more people make the $1 Million Club. And what that is when you ride over $1 million in sales in a calendar year, January through December. So our $1 Million Club so far this year includes Almaden, Gabriella, in Elk Grove, Dino, in Rancho Cordova, Miss Christina, and in the Santa Clara store, John. So we have 4 members of the $1 Million Club so far with 1 month to go. So that's awesome. I mean, the $1 million, that's a lot of floor covering to sell. That's more than what a lot of stores, the whole store writes, let alone an individual salesperson. So good stuff there. Anyways, hey guys, thanks for checking out the videos. We'll talk to you later. Take care, and remember, use that free time and practice your skills. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.